I think we're getting absolutely nothing that's authentic out of this. I mean, I think watching it was quite disappointing because you don't actually get that look into her life that you think you're going to get or you thought you were going to get when the series first said that it was going to launch. I mean, it's really this sort of charade of her playing a part in a home that's not her own, with people that she doesn't quite know. Some of them are her friends, some are on payroll. I just didn't see the Meghan that I was expecting to see, and it was absolutely not relatable. That was the main thing I was looking for in this. Meghan presents herself.
It all started on what seemed like just another day in Hollywood, until Meghan Markle's new Netflix series, With Love, Meghan, dropped and set social media ablaze. Marketed as a raw, behind-the-scenes glimpse into her post-royal life, the show promised a heartfelt mix of personal revelations and humanitarian passion. Instead, what audiences got was a confusing cocktail of awkward reenactments, Pinterest-perfect sets, and moments that left viewers more cringing than inspired. From the moment the trailer hit, the internet lit up. Fans were hopeful, critics were circling, and the big question loomed. Would this be Meghan's comeback, or just another PR train wreck? As premiere night neared, the whispers in Hollywood turned to full-blown speculation. Was this a vulnerable reintroduction, or an overly polished misfire dressed in designer intention? Once the first episode aired, the verdict rolled in fast, and it wasn't kind. Critics slammed the series for its glossy emptiness. Instead of offering an honest window into Meghan's world, the show felt like a curated Instagram reel, carefully lit, filtered, and emotionally hollow. The vulnerability we were promised, Mia, and in its place, a meticulously staged fantasy that felt more brand campaign than biography. Remember to like, share, and comment below as we delve deeper into this fascinating story.
With Love, Meghan is leaving viewers with a bad taste in their mouths for a variety of reasons. Here are the worst of them. First up, we have the whole pasta thing. In the inaugural episode, we see Meghan Markle, Sussex, throw together a pasta dish that she apparently cooks for her family on a regular basis. She calls the blend of spaghetti, feta, tomatoes, chard, and kale skillet spaghetti. While the ingredients themselves aren't problematic, it's the way she cooks the pasta that people take issue with.
You put the dry pasta in, you pour boiling water on top, and that's it.
The controversy reached its boiling point in what's now known as the notorious kitchen scene. Meghan attempted to recreate her famous roast chicken, a dish she claimed held sentimental value from her early days with Prince Harry. What should have been a warm, relatable moment devolved into a spectacle for all the wrong reasons. Her awkward knife skills, oddly timed pauses, and painfully overproduced presentation quickly went viral. Memes exploded. One tweet, comparing it to a live reenactment of every cooking show gone wrong, racked up millions of views. As the backlash snowballed, so did a theory. With Love, Meghan wasn't an honest portrayal, it was a failed attempt to cash in on celebrity nostalgia. Fans who once adored Meghan's charisma in Suits lamented the loss of the witty, grounded woman they remembered. Now, she was buried beneath layers of PR polish and Instagram aesthetics. Even loyal followers began to wonder, was this just trying too hard? Insiders later revealed the intense pressure behind the scenes. Netflix had poured millions into the series, betting on a prestige hit that would redefine Meghan's public narrative. Instead, they were blindsided by dismal reviews, 36% from critics, a brutal 20% from viewers. One executive reportedly said, "We expected a redefining moment. What we got felt like a staged PR campaign wearing a Netflix costume." Yet amid the storm, a small faction found the show empowering. They argued that, despite its glossy flaws, Meghan's story still echoed the challenge of reinventing oneself under relentless public scrutiny. But those voices were quickly drowned out by the consensus. The series was a missed opportunity, one that traded vulnerability for visual perfection. Even the visuals drew fire. The cinematography, meant to evoke old Hollywood elegance, came off as staged and soulless. It felt like every shot was curated by a committee of influencers chasing likes, one critic wrote. Audiences were desperate for something real. What they got were frames frozen in artificial gloss, devoid of spontaneity. The kitchen scene, in particular, refused to die online. It symbolized everything wrong with the series. What was meant to feel nostalgic instead highlighted the disconnect between Meghan's public image and her actual self. Her every move felt rehearsed. As parody videos flooded TikTok, the moment became not just infamous, it became iconic in the worst possible way. As the episodes dragged on, the deeper issue became impossible to ignore. The show hadn't just failed in execution, it had misjudged its very foundation. Viewers were expecting emotional truth, a glimpse into the life of a woman who had weathered intense storms and walked away from royalty. What they got was a product designed to be safe, marketable, and ultimately forgettable. Industry experts began speculating, was this Meghan's tipping point? Had she crossed the line from relatable underdog to just another manufactured celebrity brand? Some warned that unless she recalibrated fast, her public image could keep slipping. Others held out cautious hope, believing Meghan still had the ability to bounce back if she could just find her authentic voice again. Whispers around Hollywood hinted at possible next moves. Some insiders suggested she might pivot behind the scenes, where she could exert more creative control. Others hinted at a future project with more raw emotion, something that could finally bridge the gap between the Meghan fans missed and the one we're seeing now. One producer put it bluntly, if she can channel the Meghan from Suits, she might still rewrite her narrative. The fallout reached beyond Netflix. Talk shows dissected every awkward moment. Morning news anchors clutched their pearls. Late-night hosts had a field day. What started as a critique of one series quickly ballooned into a bigger conversation about celebrity culture, curated identity, and the fine line between influence and inauthenticity. By the time the dust settled, the series had developed a split legacy. On one hand, it was a textbook flop, ambitious, glossy, and emotionally hollow. On the other, it became a case study in the cost of overcuration in a world starving for sincerity. And one truth stood above the rest. In Hollywood, authenticity is still the hottest currency. Meghan Markle, once celebrated for her effortless charm, now stands at a crossroads. Will she rise from this media misstep and reclaim her realness? Or has this marked the beginning of a long, uphill climb back to public favor, one hard lesson at a time? Ultimately, with love, Meghan is more than just a show that flopped. It's a reflection of the ongoing struggle to balance personal truth with public expectation, the challenge of self-reinvention in an industry built on constant reinvention, and the risks of overproducing moments that were meant to feel real. As Hollywood's rumor mills spin, and social media critics continue their relentless commentary, one can only wonder, what's next for Meghan Markle? Will this royal misstep fade into the background, or will it become a defining chapter in how modern celebrity stories are told? Time will tell. But one thing is certain, in this city of lights, even the brightest comebacks can turn into the most dazzling disasters. So as the credits roll on this chapter of Meghan's Hollywood journey, rest assured, Tinseltown will be watching, ready to bring you every twist, turn, and headline in the ever-evolving saga of fame, image, and reinvention. The drama never sleeps in Hollywood, where the spotlight never dims, and the next scandal is always more sensational than the last. Make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss an update on Meghan Markle and your favorite celebrity stories. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. See you in the next video.